Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, back with some more news, this time about Predator Badlands. And the trailer just dropped, was it yesterday, the day before? Which looks cool, monsters and stuff in it. I'm still not sold on the design of the Yorkshire, whatever the hell you pronounce it, the Predators in this addition to the franchise. But anyway, we'll get into this news in a moment. But before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell. If you're subscribed already, it'll really help the channel to grow, even if you're negative, which I'm sure a lot of people want to be, which is fair enough. Explore the description for links for stuff like merch and my books and my websites and other channels, etc. And super thanks, greatly appreciated. And also becoming a member is greatly appreciated, and you get early access videos and exclusive videos and all that cool stuff. Right, on to the article. This is from Bounding Into Comics. Here it is. Bounding from Spencer Bakuli, or Bakuli, or Bakuli. Director Dan Trachtenberg wanted Predator Badlands to feel more Conan the Barbarian than Star Wars. Right, there we go. There's the I think this is the hero Predator, isn't it? From the there we go. Deck from Predator Badlands. I don't know. I'm not sure about it, to be honest. But anyway, Demetrius Schuster Koloamatangi. That's a name and a half, isn't it? Roars in defiance of the planet Jenner's killer fauna in Predator Badlands. Anywho. Right, in seeking to keep Predator Badlands true to its respective source franchises and avoid having it slip into a mainstream soft sci-fi feel akin to Star Wars or Star Trek, director Dan Trachtenberg says he made it a conscious effort to approach the film not as a space epic, but rather a Conan the Barbarian style adventure story. There's another one, look. Is this a different one? It's got white dreads, look. Although they do look less like the dreads we see in other Predator, they're thinner, aren't they, than we see in other Predator films. Anyway, a member of Deck's clan arrives on Genner, whatever, to finish him off in Predator Badlands. Anyway, his second overall Predator outing following 2022's Prey. Well, not really, it's his third, really, isn't it? Because we had Killer of Killers, didn't we? The animated one. Trachtenberg spoke to his creative intent for Badlands during a recent interview with Collider editor Nate Richard, as conducted during a recent on-set press junket held with multiple members of the mainstream entertainment press. The director began with a reflection of the language incompatibility, if I can say it right, I'll say it again, incompatibility, that serves as a plot-moving point of tension between Badlands' two protagonists, the undersized Yautja warrior Deck and the recently rendered legless Weyland-Yutani android Thea, who find themselves teamed up in service of completing their shared but differently motivated goal of killing a trophy beast known as the Kalisk. Right. So it's basically Alien versus Predator, isn't it? Teaming up. We'll see. Part of the fun of it was that it was going to be unusual and challenging. In concept, that was the fun of being limited, he says. I remember someone saying or getting a lot of feedback, and the first movie I did, 10 Cloverfield Lane, was a bottled, contained thriller, and everyone always was like, oh, it's so hard that you were making that one location, that's such a challenge. And actually the reality is that makes it way easier. Being inside that box and trying to find a way to make that interesting breeds more cool creative things. And the same thing with all the challenges with this. Being limited in language and being able to have to communicate so much more visually makes everything that we're doing that much more charged. What? And the things that we are to be charged, I don't know. And the things that we are saying when he's speaking and what the filmmaking has to rise to the occasion to become, all is levelled up by having that limitation. And there is the leg deficient Thea. There's holding it up. So I think she does get fixed. Because we see it in the trailer, don't we? See her in a pod that's going to mend, I think that's what's going to happen. We will see. Revealing that he originally pitched the film as Chewbacca at 3PO the movie, because he ties her to his back and he's running, jumping through the trees with her tied to his back. Much like Chewbacca in The Empire Strikes Back had 3PO on his back. Trachtenberg then turned to discuss how Badlands would provide a different experience from Prey, which I really liked. I really liked Prey. I watched it quite recently, actually. I thought, I'll catch up with it, and I watched it quite recently, and it is, I really, really do enjoy Prey. A really good film, in my opinion. Experience from Prey, particularly as it was intended as more of an adventure movie than its predecessor. Badlands is trying to continue to combine a sometimes very composed, sometimes very whimsical, but then also sometimes docu style. There's going to be a lot of shaky cam and crash zooms, probably. Like really, really maintaining the combination of those things. Prey had a little bit of that because it did have there was still an adventure movie quality to it. This movie is way more adventure focused, but the fun of the buddy relationship really does demand to be some whimsy. For me, it never supersedes the really grounded vibe to everything. And there's Thea again. You can tell the difference because there's two of them. Elle Fanning plays two characters. There's Thea and another character whose name I can't remember. Are they both androids? I don't know. Is one an android or one a human? I don't know. Maybe other people do. Maybe it's out there. I don't know. But the difference is she's got this purple bit in her hair because, one of the girls. But I think the other one has no eyebrows, or she's got blonde eyebrows. You can't really tell. You just see her quickly in the trailer. Anyway. Having made it a point to avoid going too Star Warsy or too Star Trek with the film's content or designs, even asking for assistance in doing so from returning original Predator designer Alec Gillis, the director further noted, "Another thing I would say is for his behaviour and giving him more personality, but it's still feeling predatory. For whatever reason, there's always been a link to me with Conan the Barbarian." I think we do see him speaking, don't we? In the other Predator films, films where predators have been in, we haven't really seen them speaking to each other, not until Killer of Killers, and then that's when we actually see that the predators do have a language. In the other films, we've just seen them like recording or copying phrases that they'd heard, what the hell are you, and stuff like that, want some candy, all that stuff. But in Killer of Killers, we saw them actually speaking their own language, which I suppose is fair enough. Anyway, for what? Thinking of what their culture is like, but also the way he behaves, he's a very terse character. A few words, but they say a lot. And there's something in the fabric of that world that's fantasy but brutal, piratey also. 2 commas. Is this how Dan Trachtenberg speaks? That's different than Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or Avatar. Pick any sci-fi thing. There's something in the Conan vibe that feels right for when they're digging into the culture. That's something else. Barring any unforeseen delays, Predator Badlands is on track to begin its theatrical hunt on November 7th. There we go. November 7th. I look forward to that. Is this going into theatres though? Because Prey went straight onto Hulu and Disney Plus, didn't it? So is this going into theatres? I think it is, isn't it? Does it say in the trailer? Because this is the trailer. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to look at the end. Yes, because it's going to IMAX. Yes. And premium screens everywhere, so it's going to theatres. Right, fair enough. So I'll have to wait then, because I won't be able to go see it at the cinema, unless my son wants to go see it, but I don't think he will. Anywho, from the trailer, it looks pretty good, I must admit, and I did like Prey. Dan Trachtenberg seems, a steady pair of hands. Is a good director. 10 Cloverfield Lane were pretty good, but anyway, so hopefully Predator Badlands will be good. I quite enjoyed Killer of Killers as well. It wasn't perfect. I didn't like the animation style, but it was okay. I didn't mind the story for the most part. But anyway. But Prey I really liked. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other, and until next time, I'll say there.